Branson was born as Richard Charles Nicholas Branson on July 18, 1950 in Blackheath, London, England, to his parents that would unknowingly support the adventurous and entrepreneurial young boy he once was. His father, Edward James Branson, was a barrister, and his mother, Eve Branson, was an air hostess, which we can all safely say attributed to what Richard would become later in life. He also has two other younger siblings, a sister named Lynn and brother called Andrew. Despite being raised in a home where education and effort were prized, the young Richard experienced a number of early problems, chiefly at school. Dyslexia, a disability that can cause severe difficulties in reading and writing, was hurdling Branson. So, very often, school meant Kellen felt isolated and alone in a typical environment. He later went to a number of schools, but only found his niche at Stowe School. Branson fell in love with business at Stowe. At just 16, he entrepreneurially opened his first business, a magazine called Student, which aimed to offer guidance and advice for young people. It was a smallish success. The magazine ran ads to pay for itself, and it got Branson imagining big and thinking like an entrepreneur. The birth of Virgin, determined and imaginative, Branson launched the record business in 1970 as Virgin Records. The project originally set out to back overlooked rising musicians and artists in the cutthroat landscape of the major music world. The label was modestly launched but rapidly merchandised. Branson basically invented this practice. He allowed the artist more control over their music and a higher cut than industry norm. The label's first major artists were the progressive rock artist Mike Oldfield in 1973 and punk group Sex Pistols, who signed with Virgin in 1977. Oldfield's debut album, Tubular Bells, 1973, became an unexpected commercial hit and the first record released on Richard Branson's Virgin Records label in 1974. Tubular Bells not only had a major impact in establishing Virgin as a successful record label, but it also ensured Branson was taken more seriously as an entrepreneur and prospective music mogul for the future. Not only was he unconventional in the way that he produced music, but Richard Branson would often employ creative marketing ideas. One example was when he pretended to be a pirate at a press event for the label, which quickly garnered headlines and turned into great publicity for Virgin Records. It was this out-of-the-box thinking that began to typify Branson's career. Diversification into various ventures, Virgin Records set the stage for Branson's future business exploits. That is when he established Virgin Atlantic Airways in 1984, entering a fierce level of competitiveness: aviation. Older airlines were ponding the market, and most of them still held onto their old practices. The entrepreneur wanted to shake things up and provided an alternative flying experience that prioritized customer satisfaction and a high quality of service. Branson introduced Virgin Atlantic with a landmark flight from London to New York. He became famous for starting the airline with a tongue-in-cheek reference to its established competitors as part of an ad campaign. With outstanding service, comfortable chairs, and good branding, the airline became famous fast. But getting to this point has not been smooth sailing. During its early days, Virgin Atlantic faced heavy competition from established airlines and financial hardship that almost resulted in bankruptcy. But Branson's brute determination and his desire to be nimble also helped him overcome these obstacles. It was a demonstration of his faith in the even when he had to plow money from his own pocket into it, quite literally putting up or shutting down. In the following decade, Branson went on to launch other Virgin brands in different industries. This led him on to Virgin Holidays, selling package holidays in popular destinations, and then Virgin Mobile, which again made headlines by breaking into the market with fresh pricing plans as well. In the late 90s, Virgin was a sprawling conglomerate of music, travel, and telecommunications assets. Challenges and resilience. Branson faced multiple struggles during his journey, even despite all the things he accomplished. Virgin was left with a large shortfall of cash after the 1992 financial crisis, almost bankrupting selling off their airline and music business. The global economic crisis uncovered weaknesses in Branson's approach. He had to pivot his business model like everyone else. It was one of the few times in his life he ever had soil shot over him. And it remains a moment that stands out to Luque more than 3 years later as key turning point for any fighter, how they react when faced with adversity. In typical Branson fashion, his response to the challenges was full of encouragement and resolve. He currently shifted gears to focus in emerging technologies and industries, realizing that the world needs constant innovations. He set up Virgin Galactic in 2004 to launch a space tourism business aimed at sending commercial passengers into suborbital flight. The ambitious project was spurred by Branson's interest in space travel that began as a child and his dream to expand what he calls human experience. It was not all smooth sailing on the way to Virgin Galactic realizing its vision. The company was beset with technical hurdles, regulatory obstacles, and financial question marks. But Branson never gave up on the project. He has spent years and millions of dollars creating a team of highly professional engineers, physicists who are also working night shift to forge ahead with the development of his spacecrafts that will carry tourists into space. The project received wide coverage in the media, and Branson's flamboyant enthusiasm for space tourism captured popular attention. Impact and philanthropy. Branson has always emphasized the importance of charity and social conscience throughout his career. In 2004, he created Virgin Unite, the non-profit foundation of the Virgin Group, and through fearlessness has tackled many heroic social issues including climate change, poverty, and conflict. To date, Branson and Virgin Unite have backed a range of causes, such as the battle against HIV/AIDS in Africa to sustainable energy campaigns. His philanthropy, which he views as using business for good. He frequently advocates for corporate social responsibility and urges other entrepreneurs to consider how environmentally aware or conscious of the impact their businesses are on society. This apartment offers a new floor plan that is among the largest in the area. He also does a lot of work with Virgin Unite and various endeavors related to climate change. By necessity or desire, he long ago realized this and has been championing the cause for renewable types of energy supply coupled with sustainable methods in his unageable looks, being a staunch advocate for green solutions to battle environmental ills. These would include creating the global non-profit organization, the Carbon War Room, to support market-based solutions that protect millions of lives and empower further advancement on a low-carbon economy. Personal life and adventures, yet Branson's boldness isn't confined to the boardroom and charity. He is a great adventurer and has done many daring challenges in his life. He later became renowned for his ballooning exploits in the 1980s, trying and failing spectacularly to break a series of world records including many transatlantic crossings and an attempted circumnavigation of the globe by hot air balloon. Not only were his hot air balloon adventures exciting, but they often also served as a vehicle for bringing awareness to different causes. His first successful transatlantic balloon flight in 1987, during which he set a record and that attracted plenty of public attention. A serial adventurer and entrepreneur, he then pushed his luck to further limits with a string of ballooning attempts that sealed the deal on Branson as one of our time's last great adventurers. Branson's interpersonal life has also felt the strain of lengthy relationships. In 1979, he married Kristen Tomasi, but they divorced in 1992. Afterward, he discovered love with Joan Templeman, whom he married in 1990. He has 2 children, Holly and Sam. A committed family man, Branson frequently discusses his personal relationships and life as a father. Family as work-life balance are of extreme importance to him, although his schedule is relentless. Legacy and impact. Richard Branson has been the world of business, and society at large, a great deal. The way he approaches entrepreneurship has inspired thousands to follow their hearts and think outside the box. Branson's mantra of people before profits has caught on with others, the young disruptors creating a new breed social businesses. Branson's impact is greater than the businesses he has sold. It represents innovation, recovery, and daring. His story is the digital proof of how one dreams big but works hard through all adversities to make sure that this dream turns into an everlasting reality. He has received various awards and honors for his work in business and entrepreneurship, including being made a Knight in 2000. Branson remains a significant figure across industries even today, working to champion new technologies and sustainable practices as of 2023. These traits, mixed with his penchant for innovation, adventure, and philanthropy, have made him one of the well-known businessmen in this day and age. Conclusion sold. Augator 24. Yon Hap. Richard Branson's life is a tale of resilience, creativity, and adventure that celebrates change in tune with luxury. Tax-free shopping retailer Lotta Duty Free Shop. Branson has come a long way since his days as an entrepreneur, and he can now be considered one of the most iconic figures in the world stage. Journey highlighted by a dedication to passion like none other for years on end, including making a difference. No doubt his legacy will inspire ace generations of entrepreneurs to harness their creativity and pursue righteous change in this world. Whether in ballooning, charitable work, or the power duopoly of mobiles and airlines, for example, Sir Richard, through his adventures, has shown what he values. It is for this reason, more than just the success in business his story conveys, that has me stirred and excited to help share Ewan Rosser's journey of redrawing the lines along which we measure what can be done. Show us all how much better a world there might still yet become. Richard Branson has lived one of the most adventurous and innovative lives, one we can all take a page from. He epitomizes the hope that lives within all of us and what it means to really, truly dream big. Not just once, but day in and day out. None of this despite obstacles. Thank you for watching. We will be uploading more informational and interesting mystery videos. So kindly please like, share, and subscribe. Do not forget to turn on the bell button so that you may be notified when I upload new interesting videos for you. And comment what video do I need to upload next for you. Stay tuned, bye.